Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com. I'm actually really proud. You know what? You must be wondering when the market is entirely down. What am I proud about? Well, the first thing, of course, is that we at MPI family have never been invested into the Adani stocks of late, and which ensured our safety. Of course, there were multiple reasons for that, which we have discussed in multiple meetings that we have. But then that is one good thing. The kind of volatility, the kind of panic in the market created by this Adani problem is actually so big that I feel so calm and happy that I was never into it. So that is something I'm really proud about to start with. And the similarly, another thing that I'm really proud about is how our MPA family is nurtured enough so that we have gone into investing into great stocks at right time, which is actually given positive results. So if you see, one of the most important thing that we could look at is our investment into the MON100, the Nasdaq 100 ETF. That has given amazing returns as of now. Similarly, our investment into IT stocks, except one or two, most of them have given amazing returns as of now. So the way things are turning up is something really good. In fact, when the Nasdaq is firing up on engines, it's actually giving more confidence on the IT sector. So probably we should see much more, happiness that side. So, overall, the market is not at all looking good, majorly because of the Adani problem. Now, the most important thing that we need to understand is, of course, until things get settled down, it's going to be difficult, in the market right now. But then, as a long-term investor, what should we do? The only thing that I've been like repeating, I'm sure you would have got tired listening to the same thing from me, but I'm never tired telling this to you that every market fall is when we get the opportunity to invest right and get great returns on our investment. So it's very important that we invest right and also invest at the right time. That could actually give us better returns over a period of time. So if you are not a part of MPA family, also please remember, if you have a mutual investment, please add some fund into that during this time in SIP mode. And similarly, invest into equity market. This is the time to start because you should actually get going and we should all grow together financially. So that's exactly what I'm proud about as of now today. So of course we've as of now, if you look at the trading part of MPF, we are actually sitting with some losses. In fact, for the entire year, I would say trading has not gone great that way because last 2 weeks was unimaginable, and good thing that we've had some good profits earlier, which kind of got reduced and almost but in spite of all this, the protection of capital is the key, and that we have done proudly. So we have protected our capital on investment, protected our capital on trading. So that is the biggest thing that we should be proud about. So this kind of situation, of course, happens very rarely. Who would have thought, this would come crashing like this? And, things were kind of looking good just 2 days back when the entire subscription of Adani FPO got subscribed, but then started the next round of problems where, after credit suits, like, and if you see, just look at the stock, Adani Enterprises, which was trading at just about 3,000 rupees just 2 days back, is now almost close to 1,500. So, what does it like? More than 50% wiped out. I was unfortunate actually when one of our, one of my friend actually called me and said that they've got a huge investment in Adani stock. What to do now? I don't have a comment to say because in this point of time when the market has already fallen so much, it was a stock that we have been tracking and not invested in such a situation. What do I comment on such a situation? Because of course, the worst part is they have investment in almost every Adani stock. So that is, making it worse. So the key is here. A simple thing is always diversify. We cannot expect the market to be, giving plus points always. And if you don't have time to, the next important thing is first one is diversify. Second important thing is monitor investments. And if you're not able to monitor, give it to a financial specialist. Let a finance manager manage for you. And today it's like, if you're part of MPA family, it's completely free. But otherwise also it's cheap. It's not costing much today to have a person who can manage your funds. Wealth manager, have a wealth manager for yourself. Or simple, right? Just invest in a mutual fund at least, right? That would take care of yourself. So these are things that you have umpteen opportunities in the market, and if you are still not investing and growing your money, it's like, like in Hindi they say apne pair pe kulhadi marna. So something like that. So this is an opportunity where, a lot of people come out and say that, I missed the opportunity 10 years back. Now the market is already at a high. Really sorry for that disturbance outside. Okay. So of course, a lot of people, I still see a lot of people, oh, I should have actually invested 2 years back, 3 years back before the COVID. I should have invested 10 years back. The market was so low. But all these people who complain are going to complain the next 10 years also, because is the Indian economy stopping at this point? No, it is growing, and we are expecting big growth in future. So this is something which is actually, very important that we need to know. If you are thinking that we will wait for the best time and then invest, you are wrong. That best time will never come. The first thing you need to do is start investing right now. So this is the most important thing that you need to do. So get going, start investing, because of course this is the best time to start your investment. And the most important thing, like I always say, never invest into a lump sum. It should always be in a block by block investment, which can actually give you a SIP investment, and that is the best way to invest into the stock market. And next important thing is always ensure that you're invested for a long term, because a short term is always difficult unless you're trading in the market. So these are few important things which I wanted to say, because I can see the pain over in the market where a lot of people who have done bad investments are stuck with their money gone, and a lot of people who have invested wisely are happy. So this is the kind of situation right now. So this is something that I wanted to share today. So now coming to the market yesterday, the volatility continued. In fact, I had some questions in trading, but then I thought, when things are uncertain, why take risk? In fact, at times, not taking a trade is also good way of protecting your capital. So we've kind of paused our trading as of now based on the market condition until things are kind of clear, because uncertain things like Adani problem is actually going to be really volatile, and that could actually keep the markets volatile, and the volatility to high extent would be very difficult for traders. To a certain extent is okay, but very high volatility is very bad for traders. So that is something that we are looking at. So we are kind of looking at going for some very small trades with small returns. Our target, which used to be almost 1%, has been reduced about 0.5% from this week. So that is something that we are looking forward to, because we want to protect our capital. So that's something very, very important. So with that, if you look at the market yesterday, we could see FIAs again getting back to selling. They've sold for almost 3,000 crores, whereas the DIs have bought for almost 2,000 crores. One bad thing yesterday, in fact, we were expecting HDFC to come out with good results. HDFC results were good, but not great. So that was kind of, giving some negativity to HDFC stock. Birla Soft was in news because, one of their major clients actually have filed for bankruptcy. And this, market fears that this could actually affect the company. Now, understand one thing, is this going to be a long-term issue? Definitely not. So one client, of course, it's a major client. So that is one, of course, an important point to be looking at. But then, as a company, the company has its own way of, developing business. So it doesn't mean that it has to be dependent on a single client. So they have other clients also. The company doesn't have any intrinsic problem. So it is probably a market fear. But however, I've kept a stop loss at 260. And anything lower than that, I would just exit the stock. But otherwise, I would continue to hold as of now. Apart from that, we could also look at Titan results coming. Titan results are, I would say, again, decent one. The profits have kind of reduced slightly, but sales have gone up. So, that's kind of okay. But then I would say, as a long-term investor, Titan is a great investment to continue. And that's exactly what we're continuing with. Now, coming to today, the most important thing that we need to look at, first thing is SJS50 is already trading a slightly positive. Naturally, because if you look at yesterday, US market, Nasdaq has rallied more than 3% again yesterday. And this is exactly what I said. Just in last 2 days, our Nasdaq ETF has actually gone up by 5%. So that's the kind of returns that we're going to see now. Today, if the market is again rising, we're expecting that also to grow faster. IT sector would be in focus, because IT sector, as Nasdaq, has performed really well. Facebook shares, in fact, my investment in Facebook right now is sitting with almost 46% returns. My investment in Nvidia is sitting with almost 60% returns. So that's the kind of returns that US market is right now giving, because it's just rising from the ashes. So US market is looking really good to invest. So if you're an investor, if you should consider investing into the US market. There are multiple ways. If you need support, of course, our team is there to help you. You just have to contact our team on the number given on this scroll. So similarly, if you look at the important data for today, I would say the most important to be watched is SBI results. So we have gotten slightly heavy investment into the PSU ETF also, PSU Bank ETF. So I'm expecting results to be good. Though there is of course concern over Adani exposure, but then I think SBI's exposure to Adani is very small compared to the kind of giant size of portfolio it has. So it should not be a major issue is what I feel. So let us see. I am expecting results to be good for SBI. And that's to be watched because this result is going to come during the market hours. So that is something to be watched. Apart from that, there is also the Bank of Baroda, which would again come after the market hours. So these are few important things to be noted for today. So with all this, of course, the volatility might continue. So however, I'm kind of staying away from the market for today also. I would be starting my trades only probably on Monday based on how the market condition looks. So of course, when I do that, I would be sharing that in the MPI community. If you're not a part of the community, do join the community quickly. It's completely free. All you need to do is contact our team on the number given here, and they'll help you join the community. So with that, this is Srikant Rajan signing off. But before we leave, do remember to press the like button if you love the content that we share, and do share the podcast with your friends and relatives to help them learn and invest together with us. Let us all grow financially together. Goodbye. Have a great day.